Hey YouTube, back again with another video. It's your boy Games here, and today I have a Nekroz deck profile. So we brought Nekroz Unicorn back to 3, and I think this deck is getting up in there in price. It was a budget deck, but now it's just fun. And I'm trying to make it as consistent as possible. So what I do, let's begin. And if you like the videos, help me out and give the video a big thumbs up. Help me bring you more Yu-Gi-Oh content. But to start off, we have the card we just got back at 3. We have 3 Unicorn. Unicorn's effect is allowing us to essentially negate all extra deck monster effects. So it's not an activated effect, it just happens as long as it's summoned. And when it's in your hand, you can discard it and add any Nekroz card. Also it's a level 4, so it helps with rank 4 plays. We do have the Searcher. We have 3 copies of Bionic. Bionic's effect, you get to discard it and then allowing you to search any Nekroz monster, as well as when he's on the field you get to shuffle back to up to 2 extra deck monsters back into the extra deck, and that helps a lot with the whole cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. We have 2 Colossus. Reason being, you only search your ritual spells somehow. I just found myself not using them as prominently to run him at 3, but I also want to see him at 1. And at least 1 in my hand and keep 1 in the deck just for the grand game. But you get to discard it and search a Nekroz spell or trap, as well as when he's on the field, you get to negate 1 extra deck monster's effects. The 1-ups, we're playing the 1 Trishula and the 1 Valkyris. Reason being, Trishula is a ghost second variant. It's more prominent going second because you get to banish 1 from hand, field, and grave as soon as it's summoned. But going first is good as well, just allowing you to discard it, quick effect, and prevent your opponent from targeting mainly your Unicorn, because that's what you're going to end your combos on. With Valkyris, when he's on the field, you get to tribute off up to 2 monsters and draw 2. That effect never really comes up. Comes up more in the grand game. However, his more prominent role is to discard itself and banish 1 Nekroz card from the graveyard to end the battle phase. Also that helps as well because we're running evenly matched, so you end the battle phase with him and then you just evenly your opponent if you have nothing on field. We have 2 Cerevis. Reason why I wanted the main Cerevis now is because we are playing Vanity's Ruler, and just allowing us to draw into Cerevis without having to search him is really good to prevent our opponent from imperming our Vanity's Ruler. However, I do think he's essential, but it's not where I have to run him at 3 and make sure I have to see him all the time. Comes up when he needs to be. We are running the True Talus Slime. Reason being, we are running the Incantation package. You discard this card or any card in your hand after its effect, and then you can special summon 1 Incantation, which allows us to get the effect of the Incantation monster, as well as if we do not perform a ritual summon when you use this effect, we do take damage, 2500 to be exact. So we have to be careful and make sure we don't lose in time with that effect. We're playing the 1 Benten just to search a Manju or a ritual or Vanity's Ruler. When it's used as a ritual material, you can kind of say material attributed, you get to search a Light Fairy. So that works as well. That's it for the ritual monsters. Moving on to the hand traps. I am playing 2 Ghost Reaper of the Winter Cherries. Reason being, we stacked our extra deck with many targets. Well, this depends on the meta. Since we're playing a bunch of Adamantipator and Eldritch, we stuffed our extra deck with cards we might see in the meta. So what this card's effect is, when we discard when our opponent has more monsters than us, we get to discard her and then banish all the cards in their extra deck that has the same name as the card we show. So we show them 1 card of our extra deck, they banish all of them. We do not banish the card that we show them, which is really good. You want to destroy their extra deck. That works out. For the Incantation package, we have the 1 Pencil Plume, the 1 Candle, the 1 Bookstone, and the 2 Talismandra. Reason being, this is the perfect way to play the Incantation package. You don't want to see too many, and you do not want to see too little. With 1 is fine, because Pencil Plume requires a ritual monster, Candle requires a ritual spell, Bookstone requires a ritual spell, and Talismandra requires a ritual monster in your hand. So you reveal them, and you reveal the monster or spell you have in your hand, and then you get to special summon themselves and another Incantation. Pencil adds 1 ritual monster from the graveyard back to the hand. Candle searches a ritual spell. Bookstone allows us to recur a ritual spell back to our hand, and Talismandra, which is the best one of the deck, allows us to search a ritual monster. Also, the levels are really quite flexible and allows us to use them as ritual summon fodder. Up next, we have the 2 Mandra of the 10,000 Hands. Reason being, you do not want to see too many in your hand. If I draw him, I will use him as a combo extender. If I have Vanity's Ruler in my hand already, and I want to use Benton as a search, you get to search him as well, because he's a light fairy. Reason being, I do not play Arc Lord Christia. Reason being, I do not want to lock myself out of the extra deck. Or from special summoning at all. So I decided to play the Vanity's Ruler. And this, if I get Ash, I use him as an extender. So getting Ash does not matter. You search a lot in this deck. Next up, we're playing the 1 Megazaborg and the 1 Vanity's Ruler. I wanted to keep my options open. If I draw Vanity's Ruler, I'll just use them and prevent my opponent from ritual summoning or exceed summoning or anything. They just can't special summon at all. And for Megazaborg, if I draw him, I'll just draw him. I do not want to play my 3 because I'm going to be drawing too many. And sometimes he's just not as prominent as the Vanity's Ruler. So reason being, so what he does is that you can tribute himself. Most likely you're going to tribute himself. And then you get to rip apart 8 cards from each extra deck. And we do have ways to plus off of that effect with Herald of the Arclight and many more effects. And then that's it for the monster lineup. Now for the spells and traps. We're playing 3 copies of Engage. No, I'm just playing. But we are playing in Preparation of Rites. This is the best card. Like, this is a 1-card searcher. So you add a level 7 or lower ritual monster from your deck to your hand. And then if you have a ritual spell in your graveyard, you get to add it back to your hand. So that's already a ritual summon. Also, this card is not a once per turn. So it's a once per turn per copy. So if they ash this, you get to add it again. So it's just amazing that you get to have multiples. For some draw power, we have two cards of Extravagance. Pot of Extravagance is really good because we do not value our extra deck as we need to. However, I am trying to fix that by giving our extra deck more meaning. And so I decided to play 2. You never want to Extravagance into Extravagance. So I think Extravagance is perfectly fine. Up next we have Celestial Absorbatory. This is a very undervalued card. I've been waiting to get this for a while. So what this card does is you place a level 6 monster from your hand or face up on the field to the bottom of your deck, draw 2. It is a hard once per turn, but it is a normal spell. And I just love this because if you have so many, like, you have like 2, if you draw 2 Bryonics and you have this in your hand, put 1 Bryonic back, draw 2 cards. So it just adds more consistency to the deck. You just keep on drawing, searching, drawing, and searching. I just love just getting through your deck, searching, looking what you need for. Up next we have more of the ways to break our opponent's board by playing Dark Ruler no more against the Adamantipator, or technically even Eldritch, or any of those rogue decks that put up a board. Dark Ruler just shuts them off. You never really OTK in this build, but you just break the opponent's board, set it up. By that time they'll have enough cards to like get rid of their own board. So Dark Ruler just helps out a lot. to get it through all these negations. I did cut one, but I'm playing 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Reason being, you see it more. You never really want to draw multiples in a like where you have to play a combo extender. So 2 Cosmic Cyclone, you see it. If you don't, you don't. But it's just good against the back row. Reason being I do not play Twin Twisters is because many cards revolve around getting into the graveyard. So I do not want to give them that privilege. So up for ritual spells are playing 2 Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope sends one extra deck monster with the level as the same level as the monster we want to special. So you mainly use this card to send Herald of the Arclight to summon Unicorn, and you combo X up by getting Herald of the Arclight to search. So this is what you do. You never want to see too many in your hand, so you only play 2. Also, this is hard once per turn. You never want to see too many in your hand either. And for the last spell, we do play 2 Nekroz Cycle. Again, so what this card does, you get to special summon the ritual monsters from your graveyard. What this allows you to do is if you have Benton in your hand and you have Nekroz or Brownic in your graveyard, you use Benton to send it to the graveyard, summon back Brownic, and then you get a search for Vanity's Ruler or Mandra's 10,000 Hands. That's a very neat interaction. So all these Nekroz spells to ritual summon just get you more extenders based on what you use as their fodder. Up next, I am playing 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. You do not need to play this card. This is just my way of, hey, I'm a bit on a negation. So, you can play Flag Veiler. A Flag Veiler or any card that can activate from hand and negate an effect. It's just great. I mean, a Flag Veiler as well allows you to disrupt your opponent. It makes it easier, but I think Impermanence just helps out because it's not a hard once per turn. Also negates the spells and traps into the column that it sets in. I think it's more prominent. Just like if they have a nasty floodgate you want to get rid of. Also, the last card of the main deck, I'm playing 2 Evenly Matched. I cut this down to 2 just based on the fact that I need to see all my combo pieces, and I do not want to clog up my hand with just too many evenly matched. Because 3 cards of your hand is already full combo, and I want to see my cards when I need them, not when they lose their timing of the duel. So that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, I am playing the 3 copies of Herald of the Arclight. So this card, what it essentially does is when it's sent to the graveyard, you add a ritual monster or spell. And I did not know this, but since Synchro Eldritch is ending on Herald of the Arclight and Borolo Savage, this turns into a Winter Cherry's target. So you show them the Herald, and then they banish all the Heralds, and now what they're stuck on was tokens on the field, and you only have to get through 1 negation. So this just helps out so much, and then you get to search off when you send to the graveyard. It's insane pluses. We have the 1 Brownic. Brownic just used there for the Nekroz of Brownic. Just send it to the graveyard. We are playing the 1 Risen Reptite. I just added this just because we are wanting Winter Cherries. You want to interrupt the Emancipator lineup, so now with Reptite they have to like get around those loops. So now if you banish the Reptite, keep in mind I think most builds play 1. They don't play 2 because it's recursive. So playing 1 just disrupts their entire combo. I did put back Cypher and Lord Omega. You get to send it to the graveyard based off of Megas of Borg. So you discard it, and then you get to put back an extra deck monster back into your hand, back into the extra deck. So it helps out. I'm playing the 1 Trishula. Just for the level, we are not playing the whole Needle Fiber, Link Cross, until the end of Juking All Calamities. We're not playing that. Honestly, that's gonna fade away. For Winter Cherry targets, I am playing 1 Involved Makaba. Reason being, we are seeing a lot of invoked. We're gonna see Dragma invoked. We're gonna see Eldritch invoked. So I think that just by hitting this, just helps out a lot, and we don't have to get here with a pesky negate. We are sending to Elder Entity Natis. So what this card does is that it allows you to basically send this card to the graveyard, and then you get to pop a card on the field. It's a graveyard effect. You don't have to waste your whole effects of can I not pop this, can I not pop this. So you only play 2. You don't want to play 3 because sometimes you need the extra space. We are playing the one Totally Awesome to recur our water monsters back into the hand. You never really summon this, but this allows you to send it to the graveyard and get a search. The final, well, you kind of say final, but the last one we're playing is True Invoke Calamities. This is a very big blowout for us. So if we get to activate Winter Cherries and get rid of this before our opponent summons it, it's just great. So after the Leak Monsters, we're only playing 3. We're playing 1 Cross Shape. I did not think of this, but this allows us to cycle through our monsters, because if we use it with 2 ritual monsters, you get to discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. So that helps out even more. And we get that levels into the graveyard for Nekroz to cycle. We are playing the 1 Union Carrier. People play Union Carrier, so I think that this helps out with the cherry targets. And I just want to go more into depth of those combos. Also, they equip Block Dragon, so if they don't draw it, so now you just have another way to extend it. The last card I'm playing is Ciphering Lord Lambda. Reason being, I am thinking of playing Ciphering in this deck, because you get to make this very often, and then you just negate everything, preventing your opponent from special summoning. So if they have a way to nuke your board, you still have all those hand traps in your hand. But guys, that's the end of the video. Give this video a like, share, and subscribe for more daily videos. Keep in touch. I will be playing the Salamander combo deck profile with combo tutorials, and as well I'm gonna play a Guru deck control, and just giving you all these videos. And then I'm gonna be posting more often. So hit that like button to let me know that I'm doing a good job for you guys. But guys, see ya. Peace. Take care.